kind of material you doing tonight? You bringing your A game?
All dick jokes.
Oh, come on, why would you do that? You should do a whole bit on, dicks are like this, but vaginas are like that.
I'm doing a dick joke tonight as well.
Really?
Kicking with the black light, always a fan of that. Everyone gets to look like an asshole. It's fun all the way around. I like raves and have dandruff. Now you know how I feel about things.
I like the idea of looking like you're dressed up, especially if you're performing. I think there's so many comedians who all look exactly the same, like baggy jeans and a hoodie and look like they don't care. And then I think that's your first sign to an audience is that you look like you don't care and you look like everyone else. And your material then might sound like everyone else's and might seem like you don't care. So, I know that's a bit of a reach, but for me, I like to show that I care about performing in the stage and that people have come out to see a show.
The way revolutions happen is when there's a bunch of dudes not getting laid at all. Like it's why shit's going wrong in the Middle East. When you get a bunch of young, horny dudes who can't get any pussy, then they start blowing shit up. And the church and the landowners realize this in the 13th century, and they're like, all right, we gotta what can we do about this? All right, let's make them all get married. Let's make them stick to one person forever, and then that evens out the odds.
All right, back in Brooklyn now. Sometimes people ask me, where do you get ideas for jokes? We're outside. This is my barber shop here in my neighborhood where I get my hair cut. And the first time I went there, I thought the way my barber asked me how long I wanted my hair cut, I thought it was interesting. And tried to figure out how to make it into a bit, and that turned into this. So I live in a black neighborhood. It's more Cosby Show black than The Wire black, more Huxtable than Barksdale. But I get my hair did at the local barber shop, which is always interesting. It's different than what I'm used to. My barber, he doesn't ask me if I want a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch. He just points to the 5 black guys at the front of this barber shop and says, do you want it to look like this guy or do you want it to look like that guy? And that's a hard situation to be in as a white dude, because I'm like, all right, I want my hair cut, but is this right if I go, yeah, number 4, can you take a step forward and turn to the side? Yeah, that's my haircut. I'd recognize those sideburns anywhere. It's a tough position for me to be in.
So he wrote 8 minutes in 2 months because he had to.
Great.
Yeah, and I would see him at every mic trying it out, and most of it sucked, but some of it didn't, and they built, he had 5 and he got 6, and if you have to do it, you can do it,
Yeah, well, it's like taking away the crutch, and then you gotta fucking figure out how to walk somehow.
Yeah, exactly. We all write shit and go, oh, they're gonna make fun of me if I say this. This is kind of hacky. This is not funny. But fucking try it,
I think the worst part about being a farmer is the fact that your daughter is automatically a whore. Right on. Every time you hear about a farmer's daughter, it's always this huge slut. Something about being on a farm makes a woman such a horn dog, And I think I know why. Because every time you see of this in a movie or a show, it's always some old guy cleaning a gun, and he's sitting on a porch going, sure, you can stay the night. I got a warm bath and a hot meal. But if you touch my daughter, I'll fucking kill you. And the daughter doesn't care. She's in the window it's like, hey, lady, he's going to die if you fuck him. How horny are you? Get a buggy, go into town, meet a guy, start something real.
My favorite part about that joke is the fact that I start by talking about an aptitude test, and it ends up being about a whore's daughter. Get a buggy, go into town, meet a guy, start something real. That came from hours of trying other stuff.
I had no idea how to rebel. I didn't know what to do. I had no idea how to how do you rebel against a freak like this? I had no idea. I started listening to classical music. I got tattoos removed, and I joined Mothers Against Drunk Driving. It was the only way I could fight back. There might be something there. Let's see. As far as writing goes, this is my notebook here. I keep ideas and stuff. When I'm out and about, or if people say things that I think are funny, or if I have an idea, I'll write it down in here. Then I come back. Usually when I write, I'm at home. Writing is actually more like I'm just talking. I could just kind of go on stuff. If I hit on something, then I'll write it down in here, or write it on my computer, so I remember the actual phrasing or whatever it is that I hit on, and then I'll go try it out at a mic or a small show and, see if it hits.
I'm gonna go see Tom Jones tomorrow night. That's what I want to fucking see. At least I'll get my money's worth. Go see, is it Friendly Fire? Fleet Foxes? Always got to be some animal. The foxes, the wolves, or the Castle Wolfenstein, or the Wolfschlager, Wolfschmidt, Wolfie, Wolfowitz, deer, wolf or deer, deer head, deer hoof, deer wolf, deer park, deer shit. It's all the same fucking deer. Dear God. See what I did there? See how I threw in that last one? All the rest of those were real band names.